Howdy, Brazos Valley. It's Hayden Riley with Inhabit Real Estate Group with your MLS update. This is where I go over the previous month's statistics to share with you what has been going on real estate-wise in the Brazos Valley. The information that I'm about to go over is provided by the Bryan College Station MLS and from the Texas Association of Realtors. It is general information for our area. So if you would like to know how this applies to you specifically, feel free to reach out. Email me at hayden@haydenriley.com. You can call me or text me at 979-324-0016, or you can find me on Facebook, Hayden Riley Realtor. Otherwise, how about we get started? All right, folks, happy November. We are looking back at October 2020 to see if our rough and tumble year has carried over into October. It has been a rough and tumble year, but let's see what our statistics tell us. First, we'll look at the average days on the market. This is looking at active listings. And as you can see, the average days on the market is slightly higher than this time last year, as well as slightly higher than last month at 123 days on the market. Now, usually you would hear me say that as we near 120 days, and if we stay at or above that number consistently, there's a good chance that we're moving into a balanced market where neither the seller nor the buyer have a competitive advantage. I would say that that's not true right now. And you'll see in just a minute as we go over some more statistics. This statistic, for example, units sold, in other words, closed transactions. You can see from looking at the blue line that we have been trending about 100 or higher more closed transactions per month than we did last year or the year before. This is a big deal. We had 328 closed transactions for October 2020 compared to 222 in October 2019. We'll go into why this is happening and why these are, I guess, leaping off the market. I don't know if that's an accurate assessment, but it has definitely been a wacky year in terms of closed transactions. New listings taken. This is the culprit, at least in my mind. If you take a look, I've been showing this to you guys for a few months now, but March, April, and May were lower than we usually experience those months. Those are usually our peak months for taking up new listings, and that carries throughout the rest of the year. Now, we didn't have another month after March, April, or May to make up for the lack of inventory. So as a result, buyers are competing for less inventory, which means there's more competition and things are coming off the market faster. So let's take a look at the Bryan College Station housing report. Now again, this is for Bryan College Station only. Our median price point is $249,391 for the month, up 8% compared to this time last year. 22.6% down on the number of active listings over last year. Days on market, 121 days, which is 17 more days than October of 2019. Our price distribution is about where it usually is, with the lion's share of active listings between $100,000 and $300,000. Closed sales are up 66.1% compared to this time last year. That is that's a big deal. The months of inventory, 3.5 months of inventory compared to 5.3 months of inventory in October of 2019. For those of you not familiar with that last statistic, what we're talking about here, it's a measure of, again, buyers versus sellers market. Usually if that number is below 6%, not 6%, then we're generally looking at a seller's market. As you can see, this is well below that number. That number also means that if we did not take on any new listings for the next 3.5 months, it would take 3.5 months to completely deplete our inventory. So that's what that is telling us. Now, the lower that number is, the more the sellers have an advantage over buyers. So just something to keep in mind. And this last statistic is something that I've been measuring since August. I wanted to have something that would kind of give us an indicator of what's to come as far as closed sales go. And so what I did is I compare the number of new or listings that have gone under contract relative to the total number of listings that week. So this last week, it was 10.3%. So that means 10.3% of our active inventory went under contract this last week. And as you can see, that's since August at least, that seems to be trending higher than what we've seen in August, most of October. We've had a couple of peak weeks, but we're getting higher and higher as far as the percentage of inventory that's coming off the market, which I think points us to some higher than normal transactions for November. So we'll see if I'm right. I hope that's a good indicator. I hope this has been helpful for all of you guys out there. Again, this is all general information. If you have any questions about that, about any of what I've gone over today, please feel free to reach out to me, Hayden@HaydenRiley.com, or you can just go to HaydenRiley.com and send me a message. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy.